Hello and welcome to another episode of Strit Plays On Linux. This is a little special episode because this is the World of Warcraft Legion beta. So a couple of things have happened in Legion. The most notable one, I think, is the incorporation of artifact weapons. Now, an artifact weapon you get at the start of Legion, where you go through a quest line. But this quest line will get you to some old content. I'm an arcane mage, so I chose the arcane staff, which you see here, and that had me go through the old Nexus and the Nexus Vault to defeat some stuff, which was actually pretty hard to do considering the gear level I have. The gear I have is I'm level 680 because it's a pre-made character. So that was pretty tough to do. I can imagine that people with item level, with very low item level, people who just dinged 100, will have pretty tough times actually doing this quest. So that's it. Now they have also said that they wanted to do tabards like they have do tabards like like titles, and they also said that they wanted to do transmog like they do in Diablo, so it should free up lots of backspace. UI looks pretty much the same as this bar up here. This is the class hall for mages, and this class hall is the Hall of the Guardian, which I think is pretty neat. But that aside, I have only done the intro quest and the artifact weapon quest, and I'm almost halfway to level 101. This is fair, I think. It shouldn't be just shooting just by doing the first things. But I want to show you. Now, the bags UI haven't changed much anyway. There's the adventure guide. You know this from Warlords of Draenor 2. It has the suggestions to where they want you to go, which is fine. Blue Fader, Raid Finder and stuff like that. Talents look the same. They have added something called Honor Talents. Now I think Honor Talents is something like Paragon levels. I have no idea really what they are, how to get them, other than these talents become available at level 110. But other than that, they rearranged some talents, they reworked some stuff, they do this every expansion. But as I said, the biggest addition is the addition of the artifact weapons. Now the artifact weapons are very, very cool. Other than they are cool looking, they also have great stats, great item level, which as far as I know, changes when you level. It also has a unique ability. Now this one for Arcane Mage is grants the Mark of Aluneth ability, which places a rune on the ground that explodes for massive damage after a short delay. Now this is great because it's a form of AoE damage. But the really cool thing about the artifact weapon is the fact that it levels with you. It has its own talent tree. Now, to buy talents in this talent tree, you need something called artifact power. Right now I have 0 because I already bought the first one for a quest, which cost me 100, and I got 100. Now, artifact power is something you get when you kill mobs, do quests, do dungeons. Everything you do in Legion gives you some artifact power, as far as I'm told. Now, all this is very cool, and it's there's some talents here and there that are really awesome. And when you play enough, sometime you will have it all filled out. You will have it all filled out. Now, if you are a dual spec class, you know, like a hybrid class, like a tank and DPS, for example, or a DPS and healer, for example, or something along those lines, you will need to get the one you plan on doing most. For example, if you are tank for your raid, you need to get the tanking weapon, because it is very difficult to get the next weapon, and it will be slowly leveling up. Yeah. Now this is artifact relic slots, and I have no idea what those are and how to get them. But I guess it will be doable at some point. But really, that is all that has changed. Of course, the new zone is the Broken Isles. It's cool enough. This looks like this. And yeah, that's about it. Now they changed the way leveling works. Right now, when you finish the intro quest and you finish the artifact quest, you get to choose which zone you want to level in. So the mobs in that zone are tuned to your level. So it's like one giant phase, basically. Which is also kind of neat. Else, not really much to say. Still playing this on Manjaro. It runs very smooth. I haven't actually made any changes to the wine configuration, I think. It runs in the same configuration Warlords of Draenor does. And it's... Yeah, I use the wine staging branch because they have the CSMT patch, which is a huge performance increase. Let's see how many frames per second I have. I have 67 frames per second in here, basically, and that's not bad. If I didn't have the CSMT patch from wine staging, I would be in like 15 frames per second or something like that. This is actually with fairly high graphics. Most of the settings are set to high or above, so that's fair enough. That's a spooky painting. Yeah, well, anyway, that I think is about it. Yeah. So it was just a quick update and a quick new video, just to tell you that I am still alive, I'm still kicking, and I just haven't had the time to play that much for some time. But I will probably get there. So I'll see you soon, and